Recognizing the church must play a pivotal role in eradicating domestic violence, Agape Total Life Center partnered with the Office of Gender Affairs to host a two-day domestic violence awareness conference. The conference, themed Love Does Not Hurt, featured international speaker Leslie Vernick, statistics and information from the Ministry of Health and Social Development, as well as testimonials from former abusers who received help through the Partnership for Peace program. Walter Barrett has his report.
The St. George's Anglican Episcopal Church willingly opened its doors last weekend to the public, along with other members of the clergy, as the Agape Total Life Center, in collaboration with the Office of Gender Affairs, hosted a two-day workshop on domestic violence. According to the Director for the Office of Gender Affairs, Laura Lee Connor, there are many persons who are unaware of the prevalence of domestic violence in the community. She shared the latest statistics from the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force and said that of every 4 women in the territory, 1 has most likely been abused.
It is 124 as of August 31st. So we didn't get September and we're still in October yet. But all I'm thinking to myself is if statistics is correct and only half the women are reporting, then we're in a really serious situation here. But I think the numbers have gone up so rapidly because of sensitization that's going on. Now more people are prone to go to the police station to make reports, and so we're getting more data on what's actually going on. But then let's take that number and times it by 2 anyway. And then let's look at all the women in this room. Let's say there are 30 of us. 1 in every 4 has been abused. That's staggering to me. And if you haven't been abused, then you know someone who has been abused.
Guest speaker at the conference was Leslie Vernick, a licensed clinical social worker and counselor out of the United States. Among the wealth of information, statistics and tips she gave concerning the topic of domestic violence, Vernick explained that the best thing a victim can do for the abuser is to hold them accountable for their behavior.
And so it's not in anyone's long-term best interest, not only not yours, it's not in the abuser's long-term best interest, to allow them to continue to deceive themselves and to keep sinning. Contrary to what many people will tell you, the most loving thing we could do for someone who's sinning against us is hold them accountable for their behaviors. And this indeed may cost us. If they leave us, if they have to go to jail and we have to live without their income, that may cost us. But if they wake up in that place and begin to see their destruction and change their ways, then that indeed is love well given, because then they have an opportunity to see what they're doing and begin to change.
Among the various other speakers over the course of the 2 days was Marcus Ali, who was the first person to sign up for the Partnership for Peace Violence Intervention Program, which is court-connected and seeks to rehabilitate abusers. Ali said that although still challenged in many ways today, he is able to draw from what he has learned from the program, and this helps him deal with his challenges.
When I was told that I was supposed to come to this program, I was like kind of excited because I know I was getting help. I didn't really have a major problem with hitting, but I know for my small event, if it continued, then it would become a big thing. So I was glad that I was coming to this thing. So since 2010, I've been challenged many times. Even during the program, I've been tested on many levels. And even now as we speak, I still have problems, but I don't let it bother me. Because I had 16 weeks with tools that were presented to me. So I just use these tools to make sure that I don't get myself involved in anything like that again.
The theme for the conference was the role of the clergy in dealing with domestic violence, and Reverend Sandra Walters Malone talked about the need for the churches to partner with such arms as the Office of Gender Affairs in order to more effectively deal with the issue of domestic violence.
We can no longer pretend that this is not our reality. I think the only way that we can deal with it is, as I said, to acknowledge it and to do things like this. Seek to sensitize ourselves and our congregations, seek to educate ourselves, and seek to support those agencies that are doing something about it. We are not trained by and large in the churches to really make a response. We can do an initial response, but we need people who are trained at specialist level, and we need to do our bit to support those people. I look at the Office of Gender Affairs, I look at Family Support Network, I look at Social Development Department, and we need to work hand in hand with them to do what we can to deal with what we're seeing. We need to educate our children. We need to educate both our men and our women. We need to educate ourselves.
According to Laura Lee Connor, there is a need for partnerships to address the long-term effects of domestic violence. She added that the new Domestic Violence Act would mandate pastors and others to report the ill treatment of a child. This and other steps are being taken currently to strengthen the drive to remove domestic violence from the community and to safeguard families from the negatives of the social ill. Reporting for JTV News, this is Walter Barrett.